Today's my topic is food is all around. It is the rule of ground. If followed, everything sound. Now, it is my responsibility to support this statement. I have to elaborate this. But as a single man, I can't give all the supports. I need support from a group. So I have come with some of our farm members. Here are some. One by one I will be explaining. The thing is, these all our family members or my colleagues. Colleagues means a set of people working for a cause at a place. If we tell like that, everyone here are our colleagues. We are working with a common cause of food. So, by the help of these members of our farm, I will try to emphasize that food is everywhere. Fortunately or unfortunately, these plants, my farm members, talk in silence. They don't have literary language. I have to translate that into my mother tongue Kannada, then afterwards to English, and that too with so many unnatural hurdles like this mouthpiece, the light, this screen, everything. With this unnatural condition, I have to convey a message from nature. Silently, all these are doing for us and talking and teaching for us. I can very confidently, with clarity, talk in Kannada. But you have to translate the things into English, and that difficulty I will taking now. And whatever the faults or faults in my convey in the language, please excuse me. This is, the picture is also there, called Chappali Kandi. This is a cactus variety. This is non-thorny, very smooth, fleshy. In case of emergency, we can cut it and eat it raw, very tasteful. The hungry makes everything tasteful. With salt and pepper, the taste will be added. This is mucus in character. So, very good replacement for the black gram. Very thin paper dosa or idli can be cooked out of this. The enormous regeneration capacity of this cactus is that we can keep this in our kitchen in the open shelf without refrigeration for 6 months. Then, after 6 months, it slowly, before dying, it germinates with the plant shoots and it roots. If you throw this on any soil, it will establish on the soil and regenerate to a big tree. It can grow up to 20 feet. A plant can feed more than 1,000 people instantaneously without hesitation. The capacity of cactus is it can grow in any dry desert condition. So that dry desert condition conversion is not needed by the heavy irrigations. It can be possible with the cactus. There are cactus mostly thorny. Fortunately, this is unthorny. That is the grace of Mother Earth on us. Even the thorny cactus also can be after skin peeling, we can eat it. That is the beauty of nature. Here comes another member of our farm. ground. This is a colocasia member. See the bigger leaves, how big they are. Up to 4-5 feet it can establish. This is a small piece I have brought to make the carrying easy. Unlike that cactus, this needs a humid condition, but this can survive. The greatness of this colocasia is that it can grow under any shade. Mostly the people love sunlight. After getting filtered light from the sunlight, whatever extra falls on the ground is synthesized by these plants, and all the energy of sun is converted into matter and adds to the soil. So by enriching the soil, the leaves are edible, the leaf stem are edible, this is the main stem. Main stem is also edible. Underneath you get so many tubers like a potato. These are also edible. If you know the dangerous cultivation practices of potato and the chemicalization, you have to appreciate this. You have to reject potato and to have cooking practices with this. This also has got a very high rejuvenation capacity by throwing small pieces. Once again, just like cactus, it can improve the soil, improve the nature, improve the greenery. All small pieces like this, everything can be regenerated. In the alocasia, in this shaped leaves, there are three main classifications: alocasia, colocasia, and caladiums. These are the colocasia members. That is itching. You have to cook it. But there are some special varieties which are non-itchy. Raw also we can eat. Salad can be made from this leaf and even from these legs. This is breadfruit, vegetable tree. Those are smaller plants, but this is bigger tree. This we can call as bread tree or the rice tree. Instead of rice or bread, we can eat this stomach full. But only thing is, we have to work hard physically, otherwise it will not be digested. That means, this is the high time we have to shift our job from mental work to the physical work, otherwise nature won't be here which make humans to survive. These trees, the capacity of trees, it is very high. It can go deep into the soil. From there it can extract water and the manure and add to the fruits which it bears, and also to the topsoil. Thereby other cultivation vegetable becomes easy. If you know the ill effects, hazardous effects of the cultivation of paddy with heavy irrigation, in heavy irrigation, we will be destroying future 100 years of forest and the soil structure, and we will be consuming the 100 years future at present. That problem has to be solved by looking at the tree cultivation, tree culture. With having the tree culture, the holiness of tree culture, if you switch over to this tree, this is called a tree spinach. This also can grow up to 20 feet and enormous amount of tender leaves. Up till the end, we can eat it even raw or can cook any number of items in the kitchen language. Whatever the name of the dishes you name, all things can be done. Even if suddenly 1,000 people visit your house, then also you can satisfy with only this tree can supply the vegetable in different manner to satisfy them. That is how Durvasa team was satisfied by Draupadi and Pandavas. This is another tree. This is another family of fig. This is different family from fig. Very huge leaves. These leaves also can be used as a plate to have our lunch. This one tree can produce more than a ton of vegetable or fruit if it grows up to 20 years. That much enormous capacity these trees have got. Belongs to the ficus family. Ficus is a very large family and very high dry resistance family, and it can establish in any dry dark condition. If you see the world of greenery, because of that greenery we are here. The world is not from us. It is because from the nature, from the greenery. Greenery and food is first, then the humans and all the other animals. At the end, humans have come. We have no right or no responsibility to destroy the nature or to do agriculture also. There is everywhere food in different forms. Fig or ficus variety, if we encourage it, only this family can make every human negative activities can be converted into positive by depending on these trees. Here is a weed called bloodberry. The color of the berry is also blood-like. If you squeeze, it gives the red color ink. For painting also this can be used. These leaves have got enormous vegetable quality. 40 years back, when I started my productive life as a farmer, in 13 acres, I put 1 or 2 plants of this at some corner. Within 4 or 5 years, it has been extended whole of the farm and everywhere green with this. The weed is not a waste thing in nature. Weed has got ultimate capacity to redevelop the nature. In Kannada or Sanskrit, we call this kade. Kade means it is the vigor, it is the capacity, it is the energy. We have to get that meaning and we have to encourage every weed wherever it grows. By plowing, we are disturbing the nature and we say that it is the agriculture, and it is not at all. Agriculture is not done by us. It is done by nature. It is nature's capacity. Everywhere food is there. This is another tuber family. This is a yam variety called Dioscorea, Huttarigenasu in Kannada. Even without soil, this can develop. This is an example of this piece. Last year I put in one bag. I forgot to plant it, but after 1 year, it has been grown up to this level in totally dealing with soil and water and air. This can develop soil too. It can produce, regenerate soil too. Once I put this piece at some cement floor, slowly in 10 years, the cement floor around this tuber has become 4-inch thick mud by the droppings of this same plant itself. This, in the contact of soil, can generate a quintal of yam. See how much food capacity and safety our nature has got. This is very mucus in nature. If you just bake it like idli, steam it like idli, it becomes a nature's idli. Make chutney out of the same tuber and touch it for taste and we can eat it. So nature has made us simple. Food is first. Then by this food we have to get energy. By that energy we have to grow physically and mentally. Then only the realization capacity, discrimination capacity can be generated. That is called science. But all of a sudden we are jumping to the science. It is not possible at all. We have to go step by step, otherwise we have to slip and get damage with our whole system. Then the happiness comes. So, fortunately, I got somehow inspiration from nature and I could incorporate number of plants like this. These 4, 6, 7 members I have brought in our farm. Now presently more than 4,000 different species of plants are there. It is not great on my part. Nature has got more than 2 lakh varieties of greeneries to safeguard all the lives in this nature. Everything has a purpose. With purpose only it has been designed. And our ancestors found food in more than 12,000 varieties in nature because they lived like that. By that inspiration, we could add more than 4,000 species in our plant, in our garden, and everything in correlation. They grow like big tree to the smaller tree, tubers, creepers, clouders, grass, everything. Many of them are directly our food. Some of them are indirectly all of them are indirectly our food. If we give any grass or any waste to the cows, next day it will be our food. If we compost it or just throw it, we need not compost the process by the scientific process of composting. Composting, decaying and becoming manure is the quality of nature. It happens like that. There is no support of science is required for composting or manuring or agriculture or food. Food need not be analyzed like balanced food and all. The nature's balance is important. See, in our total earth, there are lakhs together animals. The weight of the animals is 99%. Our human weight is only 1%. Either the mass or the volume is same. All those animals live by the natural instinct from the time immemorial without changing their lifestyle. Is it not the definition of science? If the fact it is unchangeable, then it is science. Day by day, if we change our life philosophy, lifestyle, how can it be a science? We utter science at every moment, but we live against the science, opposite to the science. So, science is also the philosophy too. Science and philosophy are not separate. Science is the pathway to see the nature, to understand the nature. Philosophy at the same time is to admire the nature and obey the nature. This is some of the views in our farm Indraprastha. We could make the Deccan Plateau land near Mysore, which gets only 20 to 30 inches of rain, very less rain for an area. We could develop to an extent of heavy rain-fed coastal line or Western Ghat type system at that area. That is not because of we, it is these members of the plants have worked for us. Because of those plants, here is a water well. Now we are going under the borewell up to 2000 feet. In the previous session, our captain has showed a borewell where a boy has fallen down and with very hard work he has been lifted. Now all of us so-called civilized are fallen in the borewell, and with intensive operation we are trying to lift the fell down civilization from the borewell to the surface. But here is the surface water, because every drop of rainwater has been percolated and it improves the soil fertility, improves the soil humidity, and improves the life ecosystem. In my long journey with nature and agriculture, I may have written a number of books to share my experiences. I have argued in support of nature in different platforms because I have been paid by the nature. Let this message may percolate in us to make the lively world more and more lovely. Let our junk food become lively food. Let our study become lively study. Let this dry picture and literature become wet and green. Namaste.